Hey everyone, this is your last assignment for the week. This is just a day to practice simplifying fractions. You're going to be simplifying fractions a lot with your fraction operations when you start adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. So this is just some practice for you, and I wanted to make this video just to go over an example with you, just so you're a little familiar with the boom cards. You should already be familiar with how to log into boom cards, how to use your student ID, how to find My Classroom, and this assignment. If you have a hard time finding this assignment, let me know, and I will troubleshoot with you and try to figure out what the problem is. So, in this first question, I need to hide this so you can see it. The question says to simplify 3 over 24. 3 is your numerator, 24 is your denominator. So we talked about finding common factors, specifically finding the greatest common factor in order to reduce to simpler terms. So I added this in a slide just to go over with you. You do not have to work out these problems this way. This is just one tool for you to use if you need it. You can always list your factor pairs, find your common factors, and find your greatest common factor. If you can figure out the largest number that you can divide both numbers by in your head, by all means, you can do that. You just need to show me what that number is and then what your reduced answer is when you divide by that number. So I'm going to go ahead and show you this way, finding the factor pairs, if you want to use it this way. If not, don't worry about it. All you're doing is answering the boom card questions. If you need to work it out, just work it out on a sheet of paper and click your answers in the boom cards. So first thing I'm going to do is factor the number 3. Well, the number 3 is a prime number. That means that the only thing you can multiply to get 3 is 1 and itself. So 1 times 3, that's the only factor pair for the number 3. It's the only thing you can multiply together to get 3. 24, I know that we can multiply 1 times 24 to get 24. I can multiply 2 times something to get 24. That would be 2 times 12. I know I can multiply 3 times something to get 24. That would be 3 times 8. I know I can multiply 4 times something. That would be 4 times 6. So that's all the factor pairs for 24. Now we need to look for common factors. I see they have a 1 in common. Every number can be divided by 1. And they also have a 3 in common. Those are the only common factors they have. We want to know the greatest common factor to reduce to smallest terms. The greatest common factor is 3. Therefore, on this next slide, if we find the greatest common factor, we're going to divide by that number. So we're going to divide our numerator by 3 and our denominator by 3. This makes it equivalent. So 3 divided by 3 is going to be 1. 24 divided by 3 is going to be 8. And our reduced answer is going to be 1/8. So back in the boom cards, I'm going to look for 1/8. I'm going to click it. And if it's correct, I'm going to reveal a piece of that puzzle. So you guys have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15. You have 20 problems. I gave you 1, so you have 19. It may not be in the same order that it shows up on my screen, but you saw the example. You should have a good idea of how to work these problems out. If you have any questions, just let me know. Get this done and have a wonderful weekend.